The conundrum I'm going to describe now will resonate with many of you who have grappled with the perplexing dynamic of a relationship that involves narcissism in any way, shape or form. It doesn't have to be narcissistic, it just displays of strong narcissistic behaviours. It's a profoundly confusing experience to encounter someone who portrays themselves as the epitome of empathy, yet consistently demonstrates a lack of genuine empathetic behaviour. So let's untangle this perplexity. If you're watching this channel, the likelihood is that you've dealt with someone who thinks they're profoundly empathetic, yet considering themselves the kindest and most understanding soul in any gathering. Yet their actions tell a completely different story. Since empathy is nearly non-existent in their relationship with their friends or family or work colleagues. Anecdotes of their generosity, like leaving hefty tips spread like folklore, yet are as sporadic as they are performative. It leaves you baffled, questioning the reality of what empathy truly entails. Within this video, we're going to clarify a couple of points to cut through this confusion. So really understanding empathy, genuine empathy, constitutes as the ability and inclination to sense and internalize the emotions and experiences of others. More than a fleeting act of charity, it's about adjusting behaviors and expressions to offer comfort or acknowledgement, a real tangible responsiveness to someone's emotional state. A truly empathetic individual naturally reflects upon how their conduct might affect those around them, striving to avoid causing harm or discomfort to anyone. Narcissism's self-distortion. People strongly displaying traits of narcissism often possess a skewed perception of self. Their beliefs about their nature or attributes generally can be amplified, casting themselves as somehow superior. This includes their perceptions of empathy. They might believe they're empathetic because they associate empathy with positive recognition, not because they necessarily practice it or feel it earnestly. The harsh reality we often overlook is that proclaiming oneself empathetic doesn't automatically mean one is capable of the deep emotional resonance that constitutes true empathy. For those emerging from the shadows of such confounding relationships, there's a vital need to grip on your own understanding. Let's run through a few points. Keeping your ground. Now, maintaining a solid grasp of your perceptions and feelings is paramount. Recognizing and reaffirm your own reality. Trust that empathy involves consistent, compassionate actions, not isolated, grand gestures. Knowledge is power. Recognize that some people, due to their narcissistic outlook, have deeply ingrained defense mechanisms that steer them away from self-reflection. They may claim traits like empathy to preserve their ego, not because they practice it necessarily. Embrace truth. Own your shit. Separating actual empathetic behavior from the self-serving portrayal of empathy by some narcissistic individuals is critical. Understand that without consistent and mindful consideration of others, proclaimed empathy holds little or no weight. For me, the question isn't whether someone with narcissistic traits believes they're empathetic. It's whether their actions consistently demonstrate empathy. As you move forward, embracing this understanding equips you to navigate these complex dynamics. Keep steady within your insights. Recognize over-proclaims illustration embodies your journey of healing and perseverance with clarity and truth. Navigating around an individual who claims a vaulted depth of sensitivity, although words and deeds symbolize stark indifference, truly tests the waters of perception and inner strength. To unravel these threads and shore up a buoyant understanding, I think we're going to want to move deeper. Now, imagine someone proclaiming their sensitivity but commits barbs sharp and stumbling, each utterance, each gesture spearing forth without a trace of awareness of their aftermath. And in this lies a laceration deeper than confusion. The wounds opened by unrealized hopes tethered to every word and pledge. Despite branding themselves with tags of virtue, this lack of real empathy and awareness radiates to those awaiting echoes of a kindly canal only to greet the reflection of unreal empathy. Isn't it mind-boggling how tricky relationships can get They sometimes bring a chill that pretends to be cozy, confusing us with what's truly kind and worthwhile. It's like meeting someone who seems totally understanding, but then you realise it's just a show, and suddenly you're questioning everything, even your own feelings. What I've learned over the years, because this happens to me quite a lot, a few things to deal with it, to clear the fog almost. First thing I do is we need to realise is there's a difference between someone just showing off and truly being empathetic. Just because someone keeps saying they're so empathetic or they're bursting with generosity, it doesn't automatically mean it's real. Real empathy, it feels honest and soft. And when you're in the thick of it, like someone weaving it's like this like comfort blanket. It's of kindness, of love and kindness. And they're staying by your side and through thick and thin, it's there, all without looking for applause or a pat on the back. And let's be real. Sometimes when people are generous, they're expecting something in return. And it's more about, well, what's more about them than it is you. The next thing you need to remember is being generous isn't always the same as being empathetic. These things are like two different mountains. Generosity might mean someone gifting you some goodies from time to time. Empathy, though, that's about feeling the highs and the lows right alongside with someone. It's less about giving stuff and more about giving part of yourself. A tender word during tough times, or a shared laugh when joy bubbles pop up, with no second thoughts, no doubts. It's who owes what. They're there. It's not about debt in your pocket. They're there, no problem at all. You don't want to do it. They don't want you doing it alone. Keep these gems in mind, because when you meet a truly empathetic person, you will know that they are doing when they're doing something for you. They're doing it for you, not because they have to. It's because they want to. They want to make a real difference in your life and their life, because it makes them feel good at the same time as making you feel good. And that's where the real change starts. When you're making a real big difference to someone's life, when you're really getting your hands dirty, that's the sweet spot where you work hard because it's harmony, and that's because it doesn't feel like work, because it feels solid. It feels like it feels part of you. It feels like it's just the air that you're moving on. You don't have to show off. You don't have to try and do anything special. You're just doing it, and you're doing it, and it goes with it. And you get knocked down. Yes, you get knocked down. When it seems like everyone's against you with their fake words, or they're trying to look better than you in some way, brush that aside, brush that off. You're still standing, you're still moving forward. Mysterious and murky waters can't keep you down, not for long anyway, because you find the strength in being true to yourself. And that's how you move forward. And deep down, it's not the grandstanding that'll get you through. No, stick on the journey. Ignore the flashy facade and superficial stunts. Just keep focusing on that steady vibe of sharing those good vibes with people who you're on this ride with and then you're on this journey with. Think big, like galaxy big, huge big. Nothing clouds or judgment. You've been through a tough fight. Fancy words for show or lies pretending to be impressive are like a messy room of false beliefs. But you're still free and you're not tricked. It's a tricky, uncomfortable struggle, trying to find comfort in what's true and familiar. It's like being hidden away where no one can see. You hear a voice telling you, don't lean on a big dramatic display of or high-flying speeches alone, but hold on to the thought of usual ups and downs in life. Look no further than just showing off or dramatic tricks. Let that pass like the wind, and watch the world move forward like a heartbeat, unfolding as you unfold. The universe unfolds with you almost. As you support someone, act of kindness is just general, natural, and the world unfolds with you. Sure, I suppose you could say only a keen eye sees the truth. Loyalty and trust are special treasures. They're rare. A clear, sharp view emerges beyond confusing, loud claims. There's a big, complex world out there, I'll tell you that now. But we need to observe carefully to grasp what's real, because there's so much falseness. Wearing our honest efforts lightly, we carry the responsibility with grace, without hiding false fronts or complicated stories. Instead, we find safety in truths that resonate with the familiar. We enjoy the promise of a new beginning, a testament to the profound journey of finding our place, vetting our origins, and appreciating our individuality. Healing comes through clarity, as simplicity brings steadiness to our lives. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep it real. Peace and love. Lila's Glove.